Hello and welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let us begin with previous day's question. Consider the following statements regarding hydraulic systems. 1. Hydraulic systems work on Pascal's law, which states that pressure applied to an enclosed fluid is transmitted undiminished in all directions. 3. In a hydraulic system, a small input force can be used to lift a heavy load by increasing the area of the output piston. 3. Hydraulic systems use compressible fluids to transmit force efficiently. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. Hydraulic systems operate based on Pascal's law, which states that any pressure applied to a confined fluid is transmitted equally and undiminished in all directions throughout the fluid. This principle enables force multiplication in hydraulic devices. Hence, statement 1 is correct. In a hydraulic system, a small input force applied to a smaller area piston creates pressure, which is transmitted to a larger area piston, generating a larger output force. This is how heavy loads are lifted using minimal effort, as force is proportional to the area when pressure remains constant. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Incompressible fluids such as oil are used in hydraulic systems because they do not compress under pressure, ensuring that the force is transmitted efficiently without loss. Compressible fluids like gases would absorb some of the energy, making the system less efficient. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Moving on to the first question. Consider the following statements. 1. Melting glaciers contribute to global sea level rise, whereas melting sea ice does not significantly raise sea levels. 2. Loss of Arctic sea ice accelerates regional warming due to reduced albedo and increased absorption of solar radiation by ocean surfaces. 3. Melting glaciers and sea ice can alter ocean currents, potentially disrupting global weather systems and marine ecosystems. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D. Glaciers which form on land contribute additional water to oceans when they melt, leading to sea level rise. In contrast, sea ice, which is already floating, displaces its own volume in water, so its melting does not significantly raise sea levels, similar to an ice cube melting in a glass of water. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Arctic sea ice reflects sunlight because it has high albedo. When it melts, darker ocean surfaces are exposed, absorbing more solar radiation. This enhances regional warming, accelerating ice loss, a feedback loop. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The influx of cold glacial meltwater into oceans affects salinity and temperature, disrupting major ocean currents such as the Atlantic meridional overturning circulation. These changes influence global weather patterns and affect marine ecosystems, including fisheries. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 2. With reference to non-banking financial companies in India, consider the following statements. 1. NBFCs are regulated by the Reserve Bank of India under the RBI Act 1934. 2. Unlike commercial banks, NBFCs are not permitted to accept demand deposits. 3. Infrastructure finance companies and asset finance companies are classified as types of NBFCs. How many of the statements given above are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is option C. Non-banking financial companies is a company registered under the Companies Act 1956 or 2013, engaged in the business of loans and advances, investment in shares, bonds, debentures, leasing, hire purchase, etc. as its principal business. NBFCs in India are primarily regulated by the Reserve Bank of India under the RBI Act 1934. The RBI has powers to register, regulate, issue directions, inspect, supervise, and monitor NBFCs. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Unlike commercial banks, NBFCs cannot accept demand deposits, they do not participate in payment and settlement system, and cannot issue checks drawn on themselves. Moreover, depositors of NBFCs are not covered under the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, unlike bank depositors. Hence, statement 2 is correct. NBFCs are classified based on their core functions into infrastructure finance companies, asset finance companies, loan companies, and investment companies. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 3. Consider the following statements regarding the International Space Station. 1. It is the largest habitable artificial satellite in low Earth orbit. 2. It orbits the Earth in an east to west direction. 3. It completes an orbit around the Earth every 90 minutes. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is option B. The International Space Station is indeed the largest habitable artificial satellite in low Earth orbit. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is a massive structure that houses astronauts and scientific equipment. The ISS orbits the Earth in a west to east direction, not east to west. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. This direction aligns with the Earth's rotation, which allows the station to gain speed from Earth's motion. The ISS completes an orbit around the Earth every 90 minutes, traveling at a speed of approximately 28,000 kilometers per hour. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 4. With reference to the Lakhpati DD initiative, consider the following statements. 1. It is implemented under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihoods Mission, DAY NRLM. 2. A Lakpati DD is defined as a self-help group member earning at least ₹1 lakh annually through the sustainable livelihood activities. 3. The income of a Lakpati DD must be sustained over at least 4 agricultural seasons or business cycles. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D. Lakhpati DD initiative is implemented under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihoods Mission under the Ministry of Rural Development. Hence, statement 1 is correct. A Lakhpati DD is an SHG member earning ₹1 lakh or more annually through sustainable livelihood activities. It focuses on agriculture, allied sectors, services, and small enterprises for multiple income sources. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The income of a Lakhpati DD must be sustained over at least 4 agricultural seasons or business cycles, that is more than 10,000 per month on an average. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 5. Favipiravir, recently seen in the news, is associated with which of the following? A. Inhibition of DNA replication in bacteria. 2. Treatment of RNA viral infections like influenza. 3. Treatment of bacterial infections like tuberculosis. D. Inhibition of protein synthesis in human cells. The correct answer is option B. Favipiravir is an antiviral drug originally developed in Japan for the treatment of influenza. It functions by inhibiting RNA-dependent RNA polymerase, an enzyme crucial for the replication of RNA viruses. Due to this mechanism, Favipiravir has been repurposed to treat several emerging RNA viral infections such as Ebola, Lassa fever, Zika, and more recently SARS-CoV-2 in emergency settings. The drug is not associated with treating bacterial infections, inhibiting DNA replication, or affecting protein synthesis in human cells. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 6. Regarding the national emergency, consider the following statements. 1. It is proclaimed by the President under Article 352 when the security of India or a part of it is threatened by war, external aggression or armed rebellion. 2. The 44th Amendment Act 1976 requires a national emergency to be approved by both houses within 1 month by a special majority. 3. It can be revoked only once, approved by both houses by a special majority. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is option B. National emergency is proclaimed by the President under Article 352 when the security of India or a part of it is threatened by war, external aggression or armed rebellion. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The 44th Amendment Act of 1978 requires a national emergency to be approved by both houses within 1 month by a special majority. Hence, statement 2 is correct. If the Lok Sabha is dissolved at the time of declaration, the Rajya Sabha's approval remains valid, but the reconstituted Lok Sabha must approve it within 30 days of its first sitting. It continues for 6 months and can be extended to an indefinite period with the approval of Parliament for every 6 months. It can be revoked any time by the President without the requirement of approval by Parliament. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 7. Regarding the Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyaya Maha Abhiyaan or PM Janman, consider the following statements. 1. It was launched on 15th November 2023, coinciding with Janjati Gaurav Divas. 2. It aims to enhance the socio-economic conditions of particularly vulnerable tribal groups by providing comprehensive development interventions. 3. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs is the nodal ministry responsible for the implementation of the scheme in collaboration with the respective state governments. How many of the statements given above is or are not correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is option D. Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyaya Maha Abhiyaan was launched on 15th November 2023, coinciding with Janjati Gaurav Divas. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It aims to enhance the socio-economic conditions of particularly vulnerable tribal groups by providing comprehensive development interventions. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs is the nodal ministry responsible for the implementation of the scheme in collaboration with 9 line ministries or departments and the respective state governments. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 8. Consider the following statements. 1. It is the largest and the southernmost island in the Mariana Archipelago. 2. A coral reef surrounds most of the island. 3. It is the closest landmass to the Mariana Trench. 4. Because of its strategic location in the western North Pacific Ocean, the US has long maintained military bases there. Which of the following locations best matches the above description? A. Guam, B. Saipan, C. Tinian, D. Rota. The correct answer is option A. The island of Guam is the largest and the southernmost island in the Marianas Archipelago, which continues northward from Guam and makes up the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. A coral reef surrounds most of the island, except in cases where bays exist and provide access to small rivers and streams that run down from the hills into the Pacific Ocean and Philippine Sea. Guam is the closest landmass to the Mariana Trench, the deepest point in the ocean. Because of its strategic location in the western North Pacific Ocean, the US has long maintained military bases there. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 9. Regarding the small finance banks, consider the following statements. 1. They are a category of banks established to provide basic banking services and credit facilities to underserved sections of the population. 2. They are regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. 3. All RBI prudential norms and regulations, including CRR and SLR requirements applicable to commercial banks, do not apply to small finance banks. How many of the statements given above is or are not correct? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is option A. Small finance banks in India are a category of banks established to provide basic banking services and credit facilities to underserved sections of the population, including small business owners, micro and small industries, farmers, and the unorganized sector. Hence, statement 1 is correct. They are regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. Hence, statement 2 is correct. All prudential norms and regulations of the RBI as applicable to existing commercial banks, including the requirement of maintenance of CRR and SLR, are also applicable to SFBs. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 10. The places Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan recently seen in the news are located in which of the following countries? A. Saudi Arabia, B. Iran, C. Turkey, D. Iraq. The correct answer is option B. The places Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan recently seen in news reports regarding nuclear facilities and related events are all located in Iran. Fordo, this is a village in the Fordo rural district, Kahak country, Qom province, Iran. It is also the name sometimes used for the Fordo uranium enrichment plant, a major nuclear facility, though the plant is not located precisely in the village but is nearby. Natanz, a city in the central district of Natanz County, Isfahan province, Iran. It is notable for the Natanz nuclear facility, a key site in Iran's nuclear program. Isfahan, a major city and capital of the Isfahan province, Iran. While primarily known for its historical and cultural significance, it is sometimes referenced in news related to regional security and nuclear issues. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Now, let us look at a practice question. Regarding the economic capital framework, consider the following statements. 1. It is a structured process used by the RBI to determine the appropriate risk provisions and the surplus to be transferred to the government under the RBI Act 1934. 2. The framework was recommended by the Bimal Jalan Committee 2018 and formally adopted in 2019. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Please provide your answers in the comment section.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.